with your host, Scott Hardy. And your phone calls at 256-234-6221. Presented by Bland Insurance Group. Big on savings, big on service, big on community. If it's sports in the Lake Martin area, we cover it. The Lake Martin Sports Roundup, right now.
Good Tuesday evening. Welcome into the Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup. Randy Lee alongside Scott Hardy this evening. We'll take your phone calls at 800-782-0108 or 256-234-6221. Want to thank all of you for tuning in. Sports Call just went off. Sports Call Auburn with Andy Graham and Brett Pritchard and doing an outstanding job there. That's a program we're very proud to be a part of and hope to continue. And our second full year of being a part of that program to grow that. But this program here, Scott, is one that's near and dear to our heart because we talk about the Lake Martin area, and that's all we talk about. So it gives us an opportunity when you're pushing throughout the state of Alabama from 7 to 9 with Alabama Cable Network. It's hard for us to highlight everything that's going on in our local community because it gets a little bit and maybe it falls on deaf ears in some other parts of the state, but that's what this program is for. So if you've got kids, if you've got teams you'd like for us to highlight, make sure to get in touch with us. We'd love to have them up here.
Yeah, and we have an exciting show this evening. We'll have members of the BRHS varsity soccer team, both male and female tonight, as well as from the youth perspective, we'll have members of the Top Flight Gymnastics Club here tonight to talk about how their season has been going and the progress that club has been making. Yeah,
when you move into the spring sports time of year, Scott, there's so many to talk about, and we love to do that. So many games that continue to go on. Tonight's a big night for Benjamin Russell High School as they're playing basketball over here at the gym, a home basketball game against Russell County. Very, very important as we're still dealing with the area seedings and where you make it into the tournament and your opportunities to move along and to potentially play in the playoffs. This team's very competitive. They play some tough competition, but when I look at the basketball program and I see what has been built since Jeff Hines has been here, I'm very proud of what he's been able to build. I think that he's still got some growing to do, and I think that he has the expectation or he has the want, and I think that he's got the work ethic to get this program to a place where we're potentially in a regional. And I think talent-wise this year we have that chance, and hopefully they'll pull off a win tonight.
Yeah, and you talk about the talent level of this team, and from the guard play, that's one thing in particular that they were a little worried about what they were going to do, especially losing a player like Ronnie Stacy. They come back with so much depth and talent there now, and you said they're so athletic and they're well-coached, very well-coached, and from the defense perspective, they've been playing great ball. But again, it's area play now, and that's what matters. 0-2 right now, so this is definitely a game that they need to take care of to stay above in the region.
You know, one thing you've noticed from this team and what's been built since Coach Hines has been here is big fan support when this team is at home. So if you're riding around, you're looking for something to do tonight, I know Brett Pritchard, our own, is going to head over there with his family and watch the basketball game tonight. Always a raucous crowd over there at the gym here at Benjamin Russell High School, a big turnout most of the time, and it's proven to be a place that's hard to come and play. And you like for our school to be thought of in that manner, because when you're out the rest of the state, when you watch our football program, you watch the band that we take and the cheerleader and dance program, when Brett and I go out and we call these AHSA events, trust me, it doesn't fall on deaf ears out there what they see from our community. So it's great for a great fan support to be out there for the basketball program, because I think that speaks volumes about the student populace here.
Yeah, and excuse me, they're all supportive of all of their other classmates. But as you said, as soon as he got here, they started with the Hoogans there and the Heinz Hoogans, and it's taken off. And so, especially with the way they've been playing now, it's a little hard to buy in sometimes when you don't really have much success. But they've been there from the beginning, and from those who haven't really watched the program, it's kind of hard to judge it based on record-wise how they've grown as a team, but they've bought in so much, and just to see how well they play. And we talked about it, a 12-point loss to Opelika, that's a big deal now. Like, that means that we got beat. There would have been a time before we were keeping it close. So, again, the changing of the guard, I guess, from what we expect from Benjamin Russell basketball is now changing.
Phone number is 256-234-6221. Reminder out there, we've got three great sets of guests coming up tonight. We got a boys soccer team. We'll have Sam and Scott Sturdivant come up and talk to us about the boys soccer program. Oh, so close last year to being in the thick of things for potentially a state championship. I know Austin Till did a tremendous job in his opening campaign, had a great record. This year moving up to 6A. It seems to be the playoff run maybe points in a little bit more of our favor than you saw there in 5A. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about a great senior and junior class that's coming back for this soccer program that we've been seeing and following since they were youth. And with this program and the youth program that we built around here at Alexander City, you know, it's the hopes are high for this team to have a chance to potentially bring home a trophy of some sort, Scott.
Yeah, and Austin is my roommate, so I've got a little inside knowledge there of what his expectation levels are for this team. But he's excited about it, and I know the rest of the team is too, and they just did a nice profile in the Outlook this weekend on the soccer program. So I'm excited to see what Scott and Sam have to say about the upcoming season.
We also have the girls soccer program, and it's been right up there at the top of the state as well, along with the boys program. And this program, Andy Gray, of our own, who sits out here in front of us, he played on the very first Benjamin Russell High School soccer team. And that wasn't all that long ago. It was about 20 years ago that we had this program in existence. And the growth that we've seen over the years has been really speaks volumes about what we're doing, not only at the high school level, at the middle school level, but what we're doing in our youth programs here. And we've really put a name out there in the state of producing some of the best talent that we see here in this state. The girls program is much the same, and so I know they have high expectations this year as well.
Yeah, and you talk about the youth level. I think we're doing such a tremendous job of trying to promote soccer, especially in this area. You now bring in the soccer complex now that'll be taking place at the Sportsplex. I know that they're excited about that, as well as Sonny Wilson, that's Parks and Rec director for us. He's excited about what economic impact that could have for us, as well as just bringing more attention to Alex City and the great sports and complex that they do have. I think this will be a great opportunity for us to highlight some of the great things going on around here.
Yeah, it's a great way to close out this segment. I can't say enough about the Alexander City Parks and Rec, and Sonny gets a lot of the praise, but there's a lot of other key contributors over there as well. But the one thing that should be noted is the city council and the city government here in Alexander City has been willing to step up and realize that bringing in tournaments and building facilities and taking some funds to generate some outside funds to come into your community rather than everybody else swapping money in this community is a very, very important thing. And so we definitely want to give a big thumbs up to all of those involved there, especially with this soccer program and this soccer complex that's going on. If you don't know where it is, it's the old Russell Pool Complex. The old softball field complex has turned into a soccer facility, and there will be a ton of tournaments that will be brought in from this because it's much like baseball. I know a lot of us understand travel baseball, but soccer may be even more. There's a tournament every weekend if you want to, and we want some of those funds coming here.
Yeah, and that's what Austin talked about. He said this is going to be a chance for him to be able to host some tournaments too from the high school level as well, and that's how you get better. He said a lot of these teams that they'll face, especially in the Birmingham and in the Huntsville area, they're playing weekly, and that'll be something that they can do outside in the off season as well. 256-234-6221 is our phone number. Love for you to come out to JR Sports Bar and Grill each and every week. A $5 snack finger basket is the special each and every time you hear us on the air right here. And that's for Wednesday, $5 snack finger basket. Now, if you want to drink, it's $6, but you can't beat that special here at JR Sports Bar and Grill on a Wednesday. So make sure to make plans tomorrow if you're looking for a great place to come out and have lunch. This is the place to come. Also, all season long, if your kids are out, they're practicing, they're playing in games, they can come out to JR's at $1.99. They'll eat off the kids' menu. You just can't beat that special, Scott. Yeah, and I talk about it every week about how I usually eat here at least 3 or 4 times a week, and they're making it so much harder for me not to come here with such a great deal like that on Wednesday.
Come on out to JR's, have a great dinner with us. We'll be right back with the Lake Martin Sports Roundup and bring up the girls BRHS varsity soccer team and talk a little bit with them about their upcoming season. More of the Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup right after this.
Players that can fill the positions. S&S Tire has that team when it comes to your vehicle's tire mechanical needs. S&S, located in Alex City, Dadeville, and Newside, is the Lake Martin area's biggest volume tire dealer with the area's best prices and a dedicated team of fully trained mechanics to handle all your vehicle service needs. Visit any S&S location on Cherokee Road in Alex City, Highway 22 in Newside, or South Street in Dadeville to see how our winning team can save you money, time, and stress. Get the best S&S.
Are you in need of a mortgage to purchase a new home or possibly refinance your existing home to save some money? Call Hometown Lenders of Auburn. We offer a wide selection of loan programs and services that we customize to your individual mortgage needs. At Hometown Lenders of Auburn, we get your loan done quickly, efficiently, and without the hassles that you experience elsewhere. 334-521-8213, HTLontheplains.com. That's Hometown Lenders of Auburn, your hometown mortgage lender. NMLS 65084.
Times change, but what Alabama banks on never changes. In good times or difficult times, people in Alabama know they can bank on community ties, common history, strong relationships, and trusted experience. That's why, for over 110 years, Tallapoosa County has banked with Alliant. Log on to AlliantBank.com or come by one of our convenient locations and experience the same friendly service. Alliant, a century of banking on Alabama. Alliant Bank, a division of U.S. AmeriBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Don't let pests take your house or business over. Wave the red flag. Red Flag Pest, owned and operated by Scott Davis on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, is licensed, insured, and bonded, and serves the Lake Martin area, specializing in lake homes, residential property, and industrial property. Call for a free inspection today, 256-825-0430, and visit us online at redflagpestcontrol.com. Red Flag Pest Control, when the problem has to stop. Guaranteed.
Lee Marketing
30
Group
seconds.
is proud to announce their recent alliance with Baker Street Advertising based in Kowaliga, Alabama. Now more than ever, it's important to develop a marketing plan that creates a compelling message, deploys that message, and analyzes metrics to optimize.
What is she doing?
LMG Baker strengthens our mission to help businesses
10 seconds
to their potential. Contact Randy Lee Jr. 256-750-5951 or visit our website, leemarketing.net.
All right, come back. All in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining the Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup Show, live here in location at JR Sports Bar and Grill in beautiful downtown Alexander City. I'm your host, Scott Hardy, and we just had a great segment, Randy and I opening it up and doing a little recap of what's been going on around the city. But right now, we want to welcome in members of the BRHS girls varsity soccer team, Peyton Ryan, Emily Pemberton. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Well, Emily, we'll start with you because I heard you're the talker, so we'll start.
Oh,
with you.
I'm the talker.
Yeah, we'll start with you first. So,
okay.
You know, you guys had a tremendous season last year. I know you have some great expectations for what's coming up now. Can you give us some of your individual goals and team goals as well as what you expect for next season?
Well, I hope we make it to state this year. It's one of our goals because we never really do.
I got you. Well, from a senior class perspective, and I'm going to get your take on this in a second, Peyton, what, I guess, from the senior side, who are some guys you're all expecting to be some leaders and step up from last year's team?
Well, definitely Peyton. She's probably the leader of the group because, I don't know, she just is. She's just good at taking the lead.
Good at taking the lead.
She is.
That'll be a good transition moment right here for Peyton to do a little talking. We were talking a little bit about last year's season. That I know you guys didn't make it to state as you would have wanted to, but you had a pretty good season. So what are your thoughts on the upcoming year that you guys?
Well, we got a lot of new things happening this year. We have a great senior class, so we have a bunch of leaders and setting good examples for the people coming up. So with some new coaching and some new formations, a lot of girls are being switched around positions, and everybody just has a really good attitude and is working hard during practice, and we're getting done what we need to get done. So I'm expecting it to be a lot better season, a little bit different from our past results.
A little bit different, and you talked about the senior class. And so who are some members of the senior class that the fans can look forward to seeing this year?
We have me and Emily. We also have Ree Windling or Amory Windling, Allison Palmer, Whitley Bailey, and Bethany Miller.
I got you. And so, again, what are some individual goals and team goals for you?
I mean, obviously, everybody's goal for a team is to make it, through playoffs, to stay, get that title for their school. So, obviously, we're going to put in 100% effort in every single practice and hopefully make it there.
Well, Emily and Pate talked about the effort that's taking place. So, can you talk a little bit about what the off-season has been like and how you guys have prepared for the season coming up?
Oh, well, this week the seniors are doing a senior camp, and we're just, practicing all together and taking the lead and doing drills and stuff.
Is that something now? What's the transition been like with a new coach? Now, I don't know who exactly. So, I think it's Coach Lutz now and Keyshawn a little bit. Wagner. Okay, good deal. So, those two will be helping. So, what's that been like now having them back on board?
Oh, well, I like both of the coaches. They're nice.
It's refreshing, some new faces, some new skills, and, something new to offer. So, obviously, all the girls are really looking forward to that. It keeps things, fresh. We also have Austin, who is the guys' varsity coach, but he also is helping out a little bit with us, too. So, we have a lot of, knowledge being brought to us. So a lot of progressing.
We're here with BRHS girls varsity soccer team members, Peyton Ryan, Emily Pemberton. And before we let you go, what are some areas of not necessarily concern, but where you'd like to see some improvement going into this season?
Well, obviously with all the new stuff that's happening with new positions and stuff, it's a lot of adjusting. And although we do have good attitudes and effort through it all, it also is going to require a lot of practice and a lot of dedication. So obviously, just getting to know our positions a little bit better. We have some tough games, a tough season coming ahead of us. We've, moved up, so we're going to be playing some different schools and, just going in with the mindset that we can do it and that we're going to give it all our all.
And you talk about moving up, Emily. So are there some teams you guys are looking forward to playing that you guys didn't have a chance to play last year?
Definitely Prattville. They're probably our biggest competitors.
I got you. Sounds like that's a big-time rivalry for you girls. But what we'll do, we'll go ahead and take another break. We want to say thank you, too, for joining us. That's Peyton Ryan, Emily Pemberton. When we come back, we'll have a couple more members from the girls' team, and I think we'll have Scott and Sam Sturman, members from the boys' team. So we'll go ahead and take another break. More of the Late March Sports Roundup Show live here on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill right after this.
A&M Plumbing, A&M.
Involves a ladder. Thanks to the new Zaxby's Game Day Filet Sandwich Meal, you, my friend, can eat like a pro. Zaxby's, indescribably good.
Come back to y'all in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Lake Martin Sports Roundup Show. live here on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill. 256-329-2328 is the number for them, and you can call in and get a delivery for you, or come in and get it yourself. $5 snack basket tomorrow. That's every Wednesday of the year. So we'll go ahead. Great segment there with members of the girls soccer team, and now we'll welcome in members of the boys varsity soccer team, Sam and Scott Sturman. Thank you guys for joining us.
No problem.
Okay, well, Sam, we'll start with you. Before we get ready to go talk a little bit about soccer, can we get a little recap of your thoughts on the previous football season? You guys had so much success. I know it wasn't the type of success you guys would have wanted, but you're part of a class that has been so successful here at Benjamin Russell.
Oh, yeah, we did a lot better than most people thought we would do this year. Obviously, we wanted to go farther than the second round, but, a 10-2 season isn't bad. So, but hopefully the next couple of years they'll keep growing and have more winning seasons and ultimately a state championship.
Scott?
Yeah, obviously coming in, we knew it was going to be a little bit tougher because we're back in 6A, and I don't know. I felt like we had a really good team this year. 10-2 is a really good record, and our senior class was something like 30 and 31-6 or something like that as a total. So I was really happy with the way we finished out the season.
All right, well, we'll get over to a little football now, soccer football, I guess you'll say. But we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about the transition this year. I know now this will be your second year, Scott. This is Scott's second year as the goalie now. What do you expect going into it this season, having a little more knowledge of the position?
Yeah, obviously I played as a kid, and then last year I had to shake off some of the rust and get to know things a little bit better because it's a lot faster pace. But this year, I'm planning to, be a lot help the defense out more, and I should know more this year and help people out more as a senior too. I feel like that's my role this year.
And you're talking about seniors. Who are some guys on the team? I know this is still a relatively young team, but who are some of the guys in this senior class that people can look forward to hearing?
Well, actually, there's only 4 seniors this year. It's me, my brother Sam, Miles Landers, and Matthew Anderson, and I think we can lead this team to do something good this year.
Absolutely. Well, going over to you, Sam, and I know last year you were a midfielder, somebody who was very vital to the team, but then a little shakeup now with personnel now. So will you be moving to a different position now compared to last year?
Well, yeah, we have all starters coming back from last year minus 2, and the only 2 that aren't coming back were on defense. So our defense will probably be a little bit weaker than it was last year. So we're going to have to make some personnel changes. I might be going back farther on defense than I was last year, but that's not a problem. I'm not much of a scorer, so I'll go anywhere he tells me to.
Yeah, and again, I know from a personnel standpoint, you guys were talking about only 4 seniors on the team. So again, a young team. How has this team, I guess, matured from last season, having so many younger players now coming back, retaining the skill set?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We just have a lot more experience together. We know how each other plays, and we have a lot of young talent, And sometimes I forget how young our team is sometimes, and I'm like, good grief, they're only in 10th grade. But
yeah, even Eddie there is starting as the first. He's been around forever too. So again, some guys that you're really looking forward to seeing. We'll go back to you, Scott. Who are some younger guys that obviously you know about Cole and you know about Grant, but who are some other guys on the team that we could look forward to seeing?
Like you just said, Eddie. He's only a freshman, but he's out there. He had a really good season last year. Also, Philip Speaks up there up front and Cole Grogan both. They both were some of our top scorers last year. So I'm looking forward to what they have to offer this year too.
I got you. And so this will be the second year under Coach Till, Austin Till, that is. And so what have you learned, I guess, from last year to this year, or what has he learned actually too? Because I can't wait to get to talk to him. But what is a little different about him? Can you tell any difference in last year and this year?
Yeah, well, last year, obviously being his first year as the actual head coach, he had to, figure out how to do everything and figure out how to lead the team like he should. And he did do a really good job last year, I felt like, especially for our first year. But I can tell already this year he's a little more planned out, and he's looking forward to it just like we are.
And I know he did not like losing the first round last year, because I could tell as soon as that game ended, he started thinking about this year, and now that this year's approaching, he's a lot more strict than he was last year, and so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, and I know he implemented a senior camp this year. So what has that been like? What's I guess the purpose of that?
Well, it's basically just senior-led, I guess, practices. It's like we would go out and just get our touch back from last year instead of wasting the first week of actual practice to do that. And like I said, it's led by the seniors. And so it also gives us, some leadership, like growing as a leader at the very beginning of the year. So.
Team that goes 18-5-1, really aren't a lot of ways you can improve. But what are some areas of, I guess, weakness, not necessarily weakness, but some areas of improvement going into this season?
I guess our conditioning, especially in tournaments, we get really tired because we don't have a very big team compared to a lot of people. We don't have like as much depth as some of the other teams, like the Birmingham schools and Mobile schools. So I think that will definitely be a factor this year.
And you guys moving up to 6A now, is there any difference in some of the teams you'll be able to play scheduling-wise? Is anybody you're looking forward to seeing that you didn't get to play this past year?
Yeah, well, after we lost in the first round last year, Coach Till, you could tell he wanted to schedule some harder teams. I mean, we started the season out with Mountain Brook, who won the state championship a few years ago, I believe. And our schedules last year, our area wasn't as strong as most. But this year, we got Pell City and Oxford in the area, and they're both strong teams. And plus, our non-region games are going to be way more tougher than they were last year. So we'll be ready when the playoffs come.
Well, we can't wait to see how well you guys do this season. Hopefully we'll get a chance to catch up with more of you. But, again, that's Sam and Scott Servant, members of the BRHS varsity soccer team, and they'll get scheduled in about a month or so, and the season will kick off. So, again, thank you guys for joining us. And we'll go ahead and take another break. More of the Lake Martin Sports Roundup show live from JR's right after this.
We've served this community for many
Five 6758. Go straight to the source. Sign source.
Come back to y'all in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back into the Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup show, live for your own location in beautiful downtown Alexander City at JR Sports Bar and Grill. 256-329-2328 is the number for them. for their delivery number, or you can come in here and get something as well off of their outstanding menu. We just had a great segment there with members of the BRHS girls and varsity soccer team, and I'm looking forward to an exciting season for them. But right now we want to welcome in Alex Vardaman, who is the director for the Top Flight Gymnastics Club. So thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Good to be here, man. Thanks a lot for having me.
Yeah, Alex. And so we've got a full crowd in here tonight. So in the next segment, we'll bring up some of the girls. But I wanted to get your take on how the season has gone so far and some of the different types of competitions that you have competed in.
Absolutely. So we just ended the compulsory, which is the kind of beginning levels of gymnastics. They ended their state competitive season in December. We had 3 different levels competing, level 1, 2, and 3. Our level 1s took 3rd place in the state. That's out of, approximately maybe like 20 teams, give or take a few. So that they did really well, first year in competitive gymnastics. To do that is a big feat. And then also just to be a new club, a new business, to be able to take these young ladies and to compete against other gymnastic centers that have been doing this for a while. And again, to take home that bronze is just a huge feat. So our level 2s and 3s did excellent as well. The way it kind of works is you have a team score that you compete against with other teams, and then also individually the girls can place. And we had one young lady, Anna Corley, I think she's here tonight. You'll meet that took the whole meet, that won the all around. I think our medal count for these young ladies was around 32 gold, silver, and bronze medals. So we made an impact, down in Mobile is where the state meet was. So we finished that in December, and now we've moved into our prep optional team. That's kind of big swing in gymnastics. They get into, heavier skills. Before they're recruited off to college, hopefully one day. And so these ladies just started, their first meet was in Atlanta last weekend. This past, we competed Sunday. We had one that took 4th place overall. A few individually scored, couple first places, couple second places, 3rd. And that's huge. This meet, the Atlanta Crown, host gyms from about 8 different states. So it's a regional conference meet. We had Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. So we were excited to do that. Really tough meet, and the girls did well. Besides that, we have our men's gymnastics. They started their season off a couple weeks ago in Birmingham, and they did really well as well. We had one take 2nd all around, and then a couple of individual scores on individual events. So we're just getting those 2 seasons started. We've got about 5 or 6 meets ahead of us over the next 2 or 3 months, and then their state meet will be in March, beginning April. And now they're at a level where they can qualify for regionals. So they'll take the top 6 in the state, move them on to regionals, and we'll hope to have hey, why not shoot for 6, right? In that. So anyhow, we're in Tuscaloosa in 2 weeks. So that's the next meet. And it's a joy to be a part of. So we've started, again, we've been open for about 2 years. We started, at the bottom, and we've worked our way, through level about 6 right now. There's 10 levels. So hopefully in a couple years we'll have those level 10s as well. So.
I got you. Well, when you're speaking about gymnastics in Alabama, traditionally you have Birmingham and up. So most of your powerhouses are from Birmingham and up. So what is a club of this size and stature, and especially being in this community, how do we combat and become as competitive as other gyms across the state?
Absolutely. I think coaching is number 1. I think across the board, the coach sets the atmosphere in any sport for how the athletes do, how they react. So we're fortunate enough to have a good group of coaches. I think our focus is there, molding these young people into good citizens as well as athletes, lovers of God as well. So that's one of our main themes, is that we're spiritual warriors along with that. So we get the full-fledged of what we do there. But for the main part, Alexander City is it's a smaller town right now. So to be able to go and compete on the level with You do have a couple of big teams, Montgomery and Mobile, and of course North Alabama and Birmingham does have some of the best teams in Alabama. But if the coaching, the drive, the attitude, if they're all in line, and then just having the ability to shape these young athletes into a goal-oriented, go get it done mentality, then even we in Alexander City are able to go and sweep the floor with these other gyms. So, if you will, but,
no, I mean, and I get it. So is it if you're a gym that competes, obviously you want to have as many numbers as possible, but is it better to have large amounts or to focus on your core group of talent and try to hone those skills in for them? Because obviously, I mean, I know that's kind of a loaded question,
Absolutely.
but if you get my drift.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we can break it down a little bit, and that's the golden question. Is it quality over quantity, or can you get the job done with so many? If you're able to to have a system that can mold these gymnasts or in the right way with the numbers, absolutely go for it. Sometimes your numbers can get overwhelming, I guess, if you will, and you start losing the ability to hone in on individuals rather than just working with groups. We haven't hit that problem yet. We're by no means a mega gym, if you will. We're not a small facility either. I think we'd be right there in the middle. Our team has a number around 60, and that's men's and women's gymnastics. They age from 5 to 18. And then our facility, has about 200 enrolled students. We have 13 to 15 coaches that will work with all of these students, and they're all good. We send our coaches to different training sessions around the state of Alabama and even in the Southeast, and then do some in-house training too. But I think that as long as you're able to work with these the groups and break them down individually as well, they get more out of it. So. They take a team score. I guess to answer the second part of your question, the team score, they take the top 3 gymnasts on a certain event, take their scores and add it together. So, if you have a team of 25 against a team of 6, it's the average is you're going to be able to pull some better scores with those 25 gymnasts. However, if you really push into your 6 and they're just go-getters, and they're the tip of the sword, then you have a fair fight. So it works out. But
before we go, and I know in this next segment we'll bring on members of the gym, but if somebody's interested in participating or want to get involved with Top Flight, what do they need to do?
Absolutely. So you can Google Top Flight. It'd be very easy to find. I think we're the first one that pops up on the web there. We're downtown Alex City, across from Playhouse Cinemas, next to Fred's and Dollar General. We have phone numbers there on the website. I can give that now if I'm able to. That's area code 256-794-2604. Or you can reach us at the office after 1-329-4351. And, a lot of questions can be answered, again, online. Just Google Top Flight, and we have a full web page there. And then you can follow us or like us on Facebook to kind of keep current with what's going on, what teams are competing and where we're headed. And, we're happy to be here. And it's a great place, man. It really is.
Great deal. Well, that's Alex Varneman of Top Flight Gymnastics. We'll go ahead and take another break. When we return, we'll introduce some of the members of the gym. More of the Late March Sports Roundup show, live from JR's, right after this.
Looking for the best chicken fingers or wings in town?
256-750-5951 or visit our website, leemarketing.net.
Coming back to y'all in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Lake Martin Sports Roundup Show, live here on location in beautiful downtown Alexander City. I'm your host, Scott Hardy, and we have had an exciting show tonight. We've just had a great segment with Alex Vardaman, who is the director of the Top Flight Gymnastics Club. And so right now we want to introduce the members of the gym. So, Alex, have at it.
All right. Come on out, sweetie. So we're just going to start off here. These are some of our competitive team members that I told you about that are in season right now. Just finished up half of these. The ladies that are going to come out just finished up a meet on Sunday in Atlanta. Again, huge regional competition states from about 8 states from around the southeastern region. So we'll just ask their names. They're coming from about 2 different levels, and we'll just take it from there. Right. So
good deal.
Tell us your name.
Cheyenne Floyd.
All right, Cheyenne. What level are you?
Gold.
Gold. So how did you do this weekend?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Cheyenne did really good. She got 5th all around, and that was probably in about out of about 10 to 15 girls. This was your first meet, right, at this new level.
Yes.
Are you excited? Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had fun.
All right. Okay, we'll move on. We'll go ahead and bring out this next gymnast. All right, tell us your name.
Peyton Fortenberry.
Peyton Fortenberry. All right. And you are level
gold.
Level gold as well. All right. You had a meet this weekend as well in Atlanta, and you did really well. Let's see. What's your favorite event?
Floor.
Floor. And she's definitely a floor person, right? She has the tightest legs and arms I've ever seen. And you scored really high, didn't you? What did you get on floor?
I think a 9.3.
9.3. So the highest score is a 10.0. And they take, tenths here and tenths there, and to have a 9.3 on floor is pretty big, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Most of the time we're used to seeing like 8s from other people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But when you see a 9, we get excited.
Yes.
True? All right. Awesome. How many years have you been a gymnast?
2.
2 years. Excellent. Thank you. All right. Come on, Miss Corley. All right. Tell us your name.
Anna Corley.
All right, Anna. What level are you?
Gold.
She's a gold as well. And I believe you had a good season last, August through December, right? You just competed in state, and how'd you do?
Good.
Good. What place did you get in state?
First.
First. That means you're a state champion, right? So forever you can say I'm a state champion in gymnastics, right? That's a huge accomplishment. That's not good. That's great, okay? Okay, so she moved up pretty fast, too. She is now level... What level are we?
Gold.
We're level gold now, so she jumped right back into the season. She competed this weekend at Atlanta as well. How did you do?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, right? Okay, what place did you get all around?
8th.
8th place, and that's pretty good out of how many teams? We looked at about, 12 or 13 teams. A bunch of students too, right? A bunch of athletes. So you did really good. All right, Anna, thank you.
Miss State Champion.
State champion right there, yes. All right, what's your name?
Susie Naylor.
Susie Naylor. All right, how long have you been a gymnast?
2 years.
2 years in competitive, and then
Yeah.
how long in recreational and competitive? A bit longer than that, right?
Yeah.
About 4 or 5 maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you started with me when you were itty bitty, right? Okay, so you're coming off of an injury, but you're looking forward to your next meet, which is 2 weeks. Where are we headed? Tuscaloosa, right?
Tuscaloosa.
All right, yeah, headed to Tuscaloosa. All right, what's your favorite event?
Bars.
Bars. Why the bars?
Because I get to swing, and it's just fun to do flyaways.
All right, so that's a tuck off the bar, so she's pretty good. Give me some. All right, moving on. Hello.
Hello.
All right, what's your name?
Addie Fuller.
Addie Fuller. How old are you?
I'm 12.
12. How long have you been doing gymnastics?
3 years.
Where are you from?
Alexander City.
All right, yes, we hail from Alex City. All right, so how long have you been at Top Flight?
3 years.
3 years. All right, what is your favorite event?
Beam.
Beam. And you had a good weekend. You're level gold. You competed this weekend in Atlanta. How did you do this weekend?
I did pretty good.
Pretty good. I think you got a first place.
I got a first place.
Wow, that's pretty doggone good, right? That's great. First place in Atlanta out of 8 states. What did you win first on?
Bars.
Bars, uneven bars. So you're a swinger. Excellent, excellent. Well, yes, you did really good this weekend. Give me a high five. Moving on. Ready? Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Anna Riley.
All right, Miss Riley. What level are you?
I'm gold.
All right, you're gold, so that means you competed this weekend, right?
Yes.
How did you do?
I got a 9575 on bars.
Woo! 9575. So that means almost a 10 on uneven bars. And you trained really hard for that, didn't you?
Yes.
I think your coach pushed you really hard, didn't he? Yes. We had a few days in there. We were crying, sweating, bleeding, crying a little bit more, right? Yelling, laughing, all that good stuff. We worked really hard for that, didn't we?
Yes.
And she did really well too. All right, Miss Anna, how long have you been a gymnast?
3-4 years.
3 or 4 years. And let's see, you're competing in Tuscaloosa in the next couple weeks. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, so hopefully we hear like big things. You go and dominate, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. Give me some. All right, Miss Jada. All right, tell us your name.
Jada Russell.
Jada Russell. All right, how long have you been in gymnastics?
A year.
A year. So you are pretty much a newcomer, but you just went and competed in state, right, in Mobile in December. How did you do?
Good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
All right, I think you did excellent for your first year. So you are, she's a new addition to the gold level, so she'll actually be competing next year. So she's just training and working hard, and she's come a long way in a short amount of time. So Jada Russell, we look forward to hearing a bunch about you. Awesome. All right, here's, what is your name?
Sarah Rogers.
Sarah Rogers. All right, Miss Rogers. Sarah's a level
Platinum.
Platinum. Okay, that's equivalent to about a level 6, 5 and 6. Right before 7, it's optionals as well. We have 2 of these young ladies. We'll meet the second one here in just a second. And so they're the tip of the sword at Top Flight, and they did excellent this past weekend in Atlanta, right?
Yes, sir.
We had a great meet. We went again. I can't stress enough. It was just such a huge meet, regional meet, and we learned lots. We had lots to work on. But you placed on a couple different events, right?
Yes, sir.
And then we look forward to 2 weeks
In Tuscaloosa.
Winning the whole thing, right? Awesome. Give me some. Still got good on time.
Oh, we're still good. We got about
Excellent.
5 minutes, so we can
All
keep
right.
it going.
So this is Kennedy Templeton. I just went ahead and introduced you. Is that fine? Okay. How old are you, Kennedy?
10.
All right, 10 years old, and you've been a gymnast for how long?
5 years.
5 years. Awesome. You had a good season last year. You competed in a couple of different meets. Started out as a level platinum this past weekend, right? How did you do?
Good.
Pretty good. All right. So what place did you get?
4th.
4th. Did you? I think you placed a couple of.
That was an all-around.
Okay. So did you get first place in something?
Floor.
Oh, yes, ma'am. That's what I'm talking about. We like those gold medals. Okay, so Kennedy got first on floor, and you placed 4th all around, and that is such a big meet. That's pretty big, right? Pretty huge accomplishment. Pretty good with yourself, right? After that, these are the teams after state meet. Only the gyms in the state of Alabama will be allowed to compete in that, obviously, and then from there. The girls move on to regional competition, and these are the gyms that they'll see at regional. So to place 4th place, first meet at the season, that's pretty big. And so we're really excited for Kennedy, and we're looking to take home that first all around in the next meet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Give me some. All right, now we're going to bring out some of the guys here, some of the men gymnasts. These guys started their season a couple weeks ago. Men's gymnastics a little different from girls. Women's gymnastics has 4 events: vault, bars, beam, floor. The men have 6. They incorporate the pommel horse, the still rings, and then they have the high bar, the floor exercise, the vault. Missing one. What is your name?
Noah.
Noah. How old are you, Noah?
8.
8. What level are you?
4.
4. Is this your first year competing, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. How did we do at your first competition a month ago?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Did you place?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got some medals, didn't you? Awesome, man. Give me some. All right. All right. What is your name?
Sam McCollum.
Sam McCollum. How many years have you been a gymnast?
A little over 1.5.
1.5 years. And you had a season last year, right? How did you do last year at state competition?
I did pretty good. I won first at state.
First at state. That makes you a state champion too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, that feels good, man. State champion gymnast right there. Not too many people can say that, and that's something that you'll carry with you, man. That's awesome. So you had a meet. We just started your second season this year. You had a meet, about a month ago. How did you do at that one?
I think it went pretty well.
Okay. What place did we get?
I only got fourth once, and then I got like 2 thirds and 2 firsts, 2 seconds.
Okay. Couple first, couple gold, couple silver. What all around did you get?
Second.
Second place all around. So that pretty good. You get a little room for improvement, but that's pretty great, right? Awesome. Well, we look forward to hearing big things from you this year too. You gonna take us home another state title?
Yep.
Excellent. This year also he'll be allowed to qualify at level 5, I believe, for regionals. So at the end of state, he wasn't allowed to last year because he was a level 4. Level 5, they start where they qualify at state. They'll take the top 6 and head off to regionals. So we look forward to hearing big things from you, man. Ready?
Got about 3 minutes or so we can get it in
3
there.
minutes. Yeah, we got about 3 more guys. Here we go. Tell us your name.
Coker.
Coker. All right, man. How long have you been a gymnast?
1.5 years.
About 1.5 years. You had a season last year, right? We just started the season this year. Where's your next competition?
This is 25th.
25th. Do you know where it's at?
In Georgia. No. Silicaca.
We're going. I think we're going to Birmingham.
Birmingham,
right?
yeah.
And then we have one in Atlanta too. All right, good stuff. This is Coker. We're looking forward to big things from you too, man. All right, awesome. We have two newer gymnasts. This is their first season. Tell us your name.
Nathan Brown.
Nathan Brown. What level are you?
4.
Level 4. And you had a competition not too long ago, and I think you surprised a lot of us, right? You had a pretty good competition, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, how'd you like it?
It was okay.
It was okay. Did you get a little nervous out there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good though, right? So we look forward to the next competition in about 2 weeks with you guys, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. Give me some. All right, come on. This is our last one right here. This is my big man. What's your name?
Elijah.
Elijah, how old are you?
6.
You're 6. All right. How long have you been a gymnast?
About a year.
A year. Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, you've come a long way in a year. You had a meet a couple weeks ago. How'd you do?
Good.
Excellent. You're going to look forward to doing really good and winning a lot of medals in the next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. Give me some, man.
Well, Alex, you made my job extremely easy there, so I really appreciate it. But I'm excited for what you guys have going on at Top Flight. So, again, what's the phone number if anybody's interested in participating?
All right, that number is 256-749-2604. You can find us on Facebook or on the web. Just Google Top Flight. We're the first one that picks up. Just a slew of information there. Please call if you have any questions. Again, we just look forward to seeing all of our students and having new students come in. And it's a open door policy month to month, so there's no contracts or anything. You can come in the middle of the month. You can come in at the end. We prorate amounts and just take it month to month from there. And we have students that'll go and leave for soccer and come back. And gymnastics is such a good sport for flexibility and strength. You can't have anything better to work. I was a wrestler in high school, and I was pretty good because of gymnastics. With the strength training and everything else. So even if individuals are in other sports, gymnastics is a great deal to get into just because of the training that they get.
Well, good job. Well, that's Alex Varnerman again of Top Flight Gymnastics, and that'll take us up to the end of the show. So for my co-host Randy Lee, I'm saying Scott Hardy. Thanks for joining the Late Morning Sports Roundup Show. Sports Blitz Live is up next.
B Barbecue is known as the best.
There it is. There it is.